A protest was held today against parliamentarian Kharuja Surya assuming duties as the head of the UNP Leadership Council.
The protest was staged opposite Karu Jayasuriya's residence in Colombo. The protesters charged that Karu Jayasuriya had betrayed the agreements that were reached with the Mahasangha.
Karu crossed over to the government with 17 others. This program that is underway today betrays the history of the UNP and the Mahasangha. We must change this. Today Karu Jayasuriya is attempting to work on behalf of Ranil Wickremesinghe. We went to jail to save you. We fought on your behalf. We never thought that you would betray the party and cause such a destruction. 4.7 million people will suffer as a result of your traitorous act. We suffered for 20 years. Are you asking us to suffer for another 20 years?
Still in local news, according to the police, a passenger travelling in the car of former parliamentarian Dinesh Durangada was arrested over suspicion.
And the police media spokesperson said that the arrest was made to investigate if the suspected individual was connected to LTTE activities.
The police added that Dinesh Durangada and the car were released, and a statement is to be recorded from Dinesh Durangada.
Well, time now for a short commercial break. Stay with News First. We will be right back. In business news this evening, the trade unions representing government institutions state that they hope the government takes steps to control the rising cost of living instead of increasing wages through the 2014 budget.
Now they point out that increasing wages and taxes simultaneously does not amount to providing relief.
Each year, government servants wait in anticipation of the budget in order to obtain a salary hike which could combat the rising cost of living. However, trade unions point out that decisions taken by the government to increase taxes imposed on goods and services in line with the salary hikes does not amount to providing relief.
Salary hikes are given in line with inflation values. However, these salary increases put us in a worse situation. Because of this, we call on the government to control the cost of living instead of granting salary hikes. This will benefit both employed and unemployed individuals.
Meanwhile, these unions point out that the government should take steps to eradicate salary anomalies through this budget.
There are serious salary anomalies in the teaching and principal services. This has been highlighted for the past 16 years since 1997. In 2009, they were supposed to allocate 3,000 million rupees to resolve this. A statement was made during the budget speech. However, to this day, no one knows what happened to the money. We require 6,700 million rupees to resolve the salary anomalies. Please take steps to allocate this amount.
Diabetes is a silent pandemic.
And today is incidentally World Diabetes Day that is observed in a bid to increase awareness about diabetes and help prevent this deadly disease.
Well, News First Joel Artskone filed this report.
The spread of diabetes is increasing globally, particularly in developing countries. The causes are complex, but are in a large part due to rapid increases in overweight, obesity and physical inactivity. Diabetes causes 6 deaths every minute, and 1 in 20 deaths in the world is due to this condition. 215,000 persons under the age of 20, 25.6 million aged 20, 10.9 million aged 65 or older have diabetes. How many people in Sri Lanka are affected by diabetes?
We have 2 million persons with full-blown diabetes and another 2 million on the way to developing diabetes, what we call pre-diabetes. So we have a 4 million head count out of 20 million, which is 20%.
Dr. Mahayan also explained how diabetes can be prevented.
Prevention is usually divided into 2 parts. One is prevention before the onset of the illness. We generally try to find out what is the risk factor involved, correct the risk factor through lifestyle modification, no medication. Now, secondary prevention is prevention of complications in patients who are already diagnosed.
On World Diabetes Day, take a step forward to control your sugar intake by a teaspoon less. Leaving you behind with this thought, I am Joel Outscoon for News First.
And that's today's edition of Primetime News. For the News First team, I'm Shahin Jurangpati.
And I'm Arundhati Mudannak. And we leave you tonight with a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. And also don't forget to watch Vantage Point that's coming to you right after the news on NTV Sports. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night.
At 9. Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.